You think it's just scrolling, you think it's harmless, but every time you scroll through TikTok, Reels, or Twitter, you're quietly rewriting your brain. You wake up, and before you've even taken a glass of water, your hand immediately reaches for your phone. And as you scroll through all these images of perfect bodies, perfect homes, perfect lives, without even realizing it, you begin to shrink, not just in your body, but in your spirit and your sense of worth. And quietly, you start doubting your pace, questioning your value, second guessing your joy. And all of it happens silently, without alarms, without dramatic breakdowns, as if your sense of self has been eroded grain by grain, until you pause and realize just how much damage has already been done. Look, social media isn't just a tool, it's a system. It's carefully designed to keep you hooked, scrolling, comparing, consuming without pause. Every like delivers a quick hit of dopamine. Every endless scroll is like a new stimulus for a brain that's already been having too much stimulation. That's your brain. It starts craving novelty instead of meaning, validation instead of real connection. Slowly, almost imperviously, you begin to lose the ability to sit with yourself, to be bored, to just simply be still. If I'm honest, I've always been very suspicious about social media, about its real role in our lives, about how much it's taken over our lives. And that's why I've always been reluctant to get onto it. And if it wasn't for the fact that I know my purpose is ultimately somewhat linked to it, I probably wouldn't be on it, because I see how much we're all on our phones. Think about it. You go to dinner with your friends, your family, your partner. You guys are on your phone. It is so difficult to put it down. Whether it be you're checking out your Instagram, you're checking whatever it is, we're constantly not interacting with the people in front of us, but with this gadget that seems to have taken over our lives. And let's be honest, we don't truly know how much we're actually letting go and giving up by all these social media and stimulation through social media that we've let into our lives. And this is sort of why I started making certain rules with myself. When I started realizing that I wasn't just going on it just for my business or, getting on to here with you guys. I remember catching myself one day and I was literally just scrolling through Instagram and I was like, Jess, what are you doing? Gosh, it's like 11 p.m. You've got to be up at 5. What are you actually doing? And it was rubbish that I was watching on Instagram. I mean, I was having a good laugh. It was one of these funny videos and stuff. But the point is, it now starts to interrupt you having good sleep. It now starts to influence how you think and see things. You see all these amazing lives, amazing physiques. And that algorithm always seems to know just where your little weak point is. So maybe you're on a fitness journey at the moment and it starts to throw all these Instagram fitness influencers at you. And you're like, oh my God, when am I ever going to get there? Oh my goodness, she's got a 6-pack. I can't even see one on me. When am I going to get there? And this is the thought process that starts to erode and invade your brain. And you know what? When I started seeing this, I said, oh, Jess, you've got to make this the same rules that you apply to how much chocolate you can eat in the week. If you're going through a crisp craving, how much of that you always only will make sure that you have a little bit. You won't sit and eat the whole bag each night. You just won't do it. So do you know what? Social media needs to be the same thing. So I started making a rule with myself. I was like, if this doesn't work, then Jess, you can do maybe 5-10 minutes of it. And that's it. You can't be looking at anything that doesn't feed your brain. So I started to be very, very aware of how was I using social media. Was I doing something productive on it? Or was I distracting myself with something else that I really needed to be focusing on? Or was it just, I'm just going to do this for this moment because there's nothing else, or this is what I'm supposed to do? And was it a repetition that I was going through? So I just made sure that I became very hyper aware and I became strict with it, just like I would be with how much junk food I'm eating. If I'm on holiday, forget it. All bets are out when it comes to sweets and chocolates. But I started making it another element of my life in the sense of this is an area that you also have to moderate. You cannot just say, oh, it's just going through Instagram. Oh, it's just going on TikTok. No, It's the same thing as having junk food, having alcohol. Any excess of it is ultimately not going to be good for you. So, how do you unhook? Well, here are 5 ways that helped me and might help you too. Number 1, turn off the noise. Start with notifications, silence the pings, let your brain breathe. Number 2, create a no scroll zone. Choose one space like your bed, your desk, your dining table, and treat it as sacred. But make sure you don't scroll through social media. No distractions, just be fully present. Number 3, replace, don't just remove. Don't just delete the apps. Replace them with something nourishing like journaling, walking, reading. Give your brain a new rhythm. And then number 4, track your feelings. Notice how you feel before and after scrolling. Write it down. Patterns will emerge and they'll tell you the truth. And then number 5, rebuild real connections. Call someone, meet up with them, laugh in real time. See, the thing is, social media tries to mimic connections, but your nervous system knows the difference. You're not weak, you're feeling drained. You're just human in a system designed to exhaust you, but you can choose differently. You can choose presence. Start today, take one moment, one breath, one choice for yourself, and notice how it changes everything. If this has helped you, please like, comment, and subscribe.